Hey there, Tiffany here from Tiffany B Designs. First, I want to say thank you so much for supporting my business and purchasing a white label Canva template. As a digital creator, Canva is really a software that I use on a regular basis, especially since it's something I create on my white label templates using. It's I use it because people love it, Canva. It's easy to customize and edit and create any template into your own brand. That way you can market the template, you can sell the template as your own, you can utilize it in your credit repair, your finance, or your realty business. And you can really get great use from Canva. It's one of my top recommended programs because of its simplicity and because of how easy it is to use for beginners. And it doesn't come with some of those options and some of those high tech, um, stuff that you can get with Photoshop and things of that nature. So it's a little bit more of an easier learning curve than those types of software designing programs. Um, Today I'll just be going through a basic walkthrough of Canva, just going through the basics, some things that I use most, what you can do. And then I will be going on and creating a planner page. Now, if you do want a completely done for you planner, I do offer planners, templates, as well as other white label templates, and I will put the link to my shop in the description below. But to get started with Canva, the first and foremost thing you need to do is have an account. So if you don't have an account in Canva, then you are going to want to create an account. You can create an account for free. They do have a pro option available, which is $12.99 a month. Pro option does come with some extra features. You get more elements, you get more photos, you get more fonts, and also comes with background remover, some other things that you can do with photo effects. So Pro is definitely a good thing to invest in, especially if you're going to be using Canva frequently. So I will also post a link to Canva in the description as well. If you don't have a Canva account, you can use that. And it is an affiliate link as well, just to let you know. Okay. So to get started, the first thing I want to do inside on the home page here of Canva is I want to show you two features that are pro features, but they are cool features in themselves. So the first is the brand kit, and this is where you can upload your logos. You can add your hex codes for your brand colors, and you can also add any brand fonts that you have. Very easy, just click up upload font. Same thing, just click the plus sign, you add your hex code, and just add the plus sign here and upload your background or your logo. They also have a content planner where you can create your post and then automatically schedule them to be posted to your social media. Very cool feature that I probably should utilize more. Back to the homepage. If you are on free and you don't have any of these, you wouldn't want to start off there. But you can come and choose a template to get started. They offer thousands and thousands of pre-made templates that you can just customize and edit and design how you'd like it. So to get started is kind of a top collection for you. You can just do presentations. You can choose from any of these here to choose a template. You can choose from the top menu list of items from templates, and you can also search. So if you wanted, say, an Instagram story, you can search and it'll pop up all different types of pre-made Instagram story templates. Excuse me. So back to the home page. And since I am actually going to be creating a planner page, I'm just going to start my artboard off on that size because I needed 8.5 by 11. So I'm just going to use something in the stationery. Okay, so scrolling to find newsletter, there it is. I'm just going to start with that blank artboard. Now, when you inside the artboard, you'll see that you have a couple different options on the side and on the top. These are menus, so this is a menu of selections over here. And then you also have a menu up here. You have your home, go back to home. You can have a file menu. This is where you can like show your rulers, guides, margins, your print bleed. You can save it to a folder, make a copy. You can also resize, that's a pro feature. You can title your document in the title box, and you can share as a template, edit. You can get insights. You can download. And then there's some extra features over here as well. Now, once we are on an artboard, if you actually click on the artboard, you'll have another menu that pops up. And this is where you can change your background colors. You can add any color to this background that you like. If you wanted to start off with a color on your page. Here's where you can duplicate pages, you can add pages, and once you have more than one page, you can actually delete as well. Okay. So over here on the left-hand side, we'll start with the left menu. And if you hit templates, which is the first option, you can see that you'll have some templates that populate according to the size of your artboard. So they'll populate templates in accordance to your artboard size. Now, if you were to actually click on one of these artboards, considering it's a newsletter, sometimes it comes with two, some of them are like that. But you can pick either pages. If you wanted to use both, you can use both. But I'm just going to click on one of the pages and it will automatically populate on my page. And here's where you can change and customize and make this as your own. You can change the font that you wanted to use. You can change the colors if you wanted to change the colors. Okay. Basically, you'd customize this template, make it look exactly how you wanted it, and then you'd be done. But if you wanted to add or start with some blank page, you can, or if you wanted to add, you can utilize the next option on this left side menu, which is elements. And this is where you'll get a whole bunch of lines and shapes, graphics. You can look at different photos or videos. You can charts, frames, grids. Okay. Lines and shapes basically show you all the different lines and shapes that are available as an option for you to use. I believe most of these are free, but some of them are not. If you hover over an element, it will tell you whether it's free or pro. It will say pro and have a little crown. So you can click on any of these options here and it will populate in the center of your artboard. You can change the size and you can change the color. You can also check out different graphics, and they always give you your recently used up at the top. But you can check out different graphics and it will open up a new menu where it gives you some features, gradient options, stickers, in different collections. But if you wanted to do a more detailed search, you can actually use keywords and you can search in the search box actual keywords of what you're looking for. So say you wanted leaves, you can type in leaves and it would populate all leaves. Say you were looking for a specific color leaf. Let's type in purple leaves. Okay, see how these ones are moving? Those are animations. So say you wanted a leaf that stood still. So you can type in static purple leaves. And don't ask me why I did that, because static definitely means stand still. So that's weird, Canva. But otherwise, you can also just click on static here and apply this fill feature. Sometimes it doesn't work at first. You have to like unclick it and click it, I found. See? It's weird. Excuse me while I take a sip of my drink. So that's something that I found along my way of using Canva, is that the filters don't always work, especially because I use filters a lot because I try to keep my white label templates. I try to utilize a lot of free elements. That way even people with free accounts can still utilize the design exactly how it looks. So I try to use more free than pro elements in my templates, but to be honest, sometimes I can't find what I'm looking for in free, and I have a specific vision, and I'll have to end up using something that's in pro. You can utilize a pro feature if you have free without signing on to an account. You just have to like buy the element. When you download, they like charge you for the element, and I don't even know what it is. Maybe it's like $1 or $2, something like that. I don't remember because it's been so long since I had a free account, but I definitely did purchase some elements when I was using free. But then I was like, you know, this is silly, and just sign up for a pro account. But yeah, that was a little venture off. Sorry about that. So again, like I said, here you go. So I unchecked it and checked it again and hit apply, and now it brought me up some static purple leaves. Okay, if you just wanted hand-drawn leaves, you can literally type in hand-drawn leaves, and it will show you some hand-drawn leaves. Okay, so let's get out of that and move on. Before I go to photos, I want to check out frames. So frames are basically just photo boxes, and you can just click on it and you can insert a photo exactly in this shape. They have all different types of different shapes available. They do have like phones and laptops, but to be honest with you, I prefer the Pro feature in the effects. I could show you that though once we get there. I don't want to take too long showing too many features because it's kind of just a basic walkthrough, but again, they have all different types of options, letters, and that's in frames. And grids here are basically like the whole background. So you could change the whole background. Oh, let's get rid of this. And you can add a frame and it places it in the background or on the main artboard. And then you can add a photo in these grids. And they have all different types of things available. So for example, let's say we wanted that. And let's just check out a photo here. And it would place it inside the grid. Now, adding them into each individual grid gets actually a little bit tricky, and I mean that you can do that in Canva and make these 3 grids one whole photo. But again, I want to keep this rather simple, so I don't want to get involved into that. So let's get out of that. To be honest, the easiest way, if you just want a whole picture background in your background and nothing fancy, is really, I think, just to grab the photo and place it in the background. I mean, that's essentially what a grid does. But if you don't want anything split or you're not doing anything fancy and you just want a photo right in your background, simplest thing to do. Literally. Just grab the photo, grab it, and as soon as it does that, let go of it. And now you have your photo in the background. And now you could change it to any photo, too. Like, you don't like that photo? Oh, I like this one. Change. Okay. And now we're in the photo section. So that's basically the photos. And the photos, too, you can search photos too. So if you're looking for a specific photo, you can search for that specific photo. So let's see how specific we can get. Girl in pink. There's some girls wearing pink. Girls on pink, and just girls with pink. Pinky girls. All types of pinky girls. And again, it's going to tell me whether this photo is pro, which this one is. And to be honest with you, a lot of the good photos are pro. So I'm sure they made it like that on purpose. But in general, the good photos are pro. It's, at least I find that it can be difficult to find a photo that I'm like actually like looking for, and then I see the one and I'm like, that's the photo, and it be free. It doesn't happen too often. So that's basically photos. We have the text. I'm gonna take that girl off there. You can just click on add a heading, and these are my fonts that I uploaded, but the different sizes just put up different size text on your page. Okay, and once you're there, you can, again, change the color. You can change the color, you can change the font, you can change the size, you can make it bold, the positioning, you can add bullets, you can add numbers, you can change the letter spacing, You can change the line spacing if it was multiple. So let's like that. So now let's change the line spacing. Let's undo that. There you go. Bring it closer. All that stuff, okay? You can anchor to a text box. So anchoring means that it's going to anchor to it will anchor to the bottom, it'll anchor to the middle, or it'll anchor to the top of the text box. Okay, you can add effects to text, shadows. You can change the blur. You can add lift. You can make it hollow, splice it, echo, glitch it, neon it, background it, none it. You can curve it too. Some of these features, I don't think, maybe it would say pro. I'm not sure if these features are pro or not. You can animate it. And you also have some other features up here, underline. You can make it all capitalized. You can copy style, add link, lock. And you could do this with the elements too. And locking just holds it in place because Canva's weird because it doesn't even you don't even have to, all you have to do is touch it. You don't have to have the whole thing selected. Like in Affinity, you have to select the whole entire box in order to select something like that. So if I was just to hover over a little tiny section, it wouldn't even highlight that, add a heading. But in Canva it does, so if you wanted to not have it select that, you can lock it in place and then it wouldn't select that locked. You wouldn't be able to do anything to it. You wouldn't be able to change the color. You wouldn't be able to, it locks it as a whole. Okay, so let's unlock that. You can change the position to the top, middle, bottom, and you can add transparency. Okay, and that goes for any element. So you can do that with anything, really. Some of these graphic elements don't let you edit. It just lets you edit an image. Like it won't let you change the colors. But again, see the same menu populates when I click on this element. I have all the same options. Okay, moving on from text is a styles menu, and this is where they give you I guess like trendy styles, different font options that pair together, colors that pair together. I'm not quite sure if they're trendy or not. I think they're really just colors that go together fairly well. They have video options. You can create a QR code, and you can easily access your logos if you have them uploaded. And then you have the folders options, and then you have some extras as well at the three dots. So I'm going to actually go to the folders, and I am going to pull up one of my planners, and I'm going to quickly create a planner page, and I'm going to show you how I create a page, give you a little bit of tips for tidying things up, and then I will show you how to download. So I'm just going to open up the credit planner. And I am going to just recreate that page. So bill pay, I mean, if you're going simple, these are pretty easy to create. They're really just lines duplicated and setting up and layering everything. So I'm going to start off with a line. Now, to easily get a line right on your artboard, you can literally just click the letter L. And I'm going to change the line weight. You can also change whether you want it dotted or different dotted, or if you wanted little things on the end, but I just want a simple line. And you just stretch it out to as far as you want. Now I try to keep all of my, so I try to create it so somebody can easily have a printable as well, and if they were to print it, it wouldn't come off the edge of the paper, and they can put holes in it if they wanted to. So I try to keep my objects within, not that far out from that blue box, from that little purpley pink color box. That's like a margin. So I will only go out a little bit from that box. That way there's some room on either side, because you can't set margins per page in Canva. So you would have to create every page margin set individually. So I create my planners when I'm publishing planners. This is going off into a totally different subject, but when I create my publishing planners that I publish on Amazon KDP, I create them using Affinity Publisher. And then I could set master pages, and then I can set individual pages to a master page. So I can literally create a margin set for a specific master page, and then I can add pages to that. I can add that master page to specific page numbers within my document, and then that sets my margins for that page. So you would want the margins for either side different, because you want the margins for the right side different from the left side because of the way the binding is in the center, if that makes any sense. So in order to keep Canva pretty universal and allow it to be printable and be able to pre-print it at home, or have your client print it out, I try to keep it in and around very close to that margin box. That way it can still be printed or put in a binder and printed, and things of that nature. Just a little tip. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create my boxes, and now that I have that done, I'm going to duplicate just a couple. And I don't duplicate too many because you want to keep them fairly close to each other when you're tidying them up, because if they're all off center, it will make them tidy up weird. So I just basically think about how many lines I want, how many boxes I want. And this would be one whole box. So right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how many do I have? I think I have about 20. I have about 17. I could literally keep those ones there. So 1, 2, 3. All right. And I'll add so right now all I'm doing is just adding my lines, how many lines I want. And then when I have the set amount of lines I want, I am going to put the last line where I want it to end, which I think I'll end it there. And then I'm going to put the first line where I want there. And then I'm going to select everything in between, go to position, and click tidy up. Now it tidied up my lines for me, and they're all evenly spaced. All right, so I'm going to put these lines just slightly over the edge, like I said. And now I want to add the text for my bill tracker, so I'm going to add a title quickly. And a quick link to add a title is, if you're clicked on your artboard, you can just hit T and it will populate a text box. So I'm just going to type in bill pay tracker, and I'm going to increase the size. And I'm going to put it up at the top. Now I need a line for the due date and a line for the amount of bill. So I need 2 more lines. So I'm going to create a line, and I'm going to make it smaller. So I'm going to change the weight, and I'm going to add there, down to the bottom, and I'm going to duplicate that. There, and I'm going to move this over just a touch. Okay, now I'm going to add my circles. So I'm going to go to elements, and I'm going to pick a circle that doesn't have, it's not a solid circle, so it's just a line circle. So I already have one chosen there. So, and now I'm going to make it as small as I want to make it to fit here. And now I need 12 of them. So I'm going to zoom in close, and I'm going to make them slightly smaller. And now I'm going to duplicate. Okay, and now I have 6. Now I have 9. I'm going to tidy these up. There's 12, but let me move these over. All right, I'm gonna have to get even closer. It doesn't have to be perfect because I'm going to tidy it up. I just need to be able to fit these 3 more in to where I want it to go. All right. So we're going to put it to there, and now we're going to select all of them, and we're going to tidy them up. Okay. And now we are going to attempt to make these a little smaller. If it will let me, it might not. There we go. Okay. Okay. So now you would copy, what I would do is take all these and group them together. And now I would duplicate that group for each of these boxes. Now I'm not taking my complete absolute time getting all very intricate and like the other one up above, because that would take some time. I just want to basically show you the basics of how I would create a page like this. So again, I would duplicate this for however many lines there are, or columns rather. You get the idea. And then I would create my titles. So again, I would create a text box and I would say bill, right? Duplicate that. Due date. When you have small text boxes like this, it's really hard to get in them sometimes. So sometimes you have to get close. And then you have to click on it, and then you can click, and then you can type due date. Okay, I would duplicate that again for the amount, and then I would duplicate for my boxes, and I would do this, make it sideways like this. I would definitely decrease the size, and I would say January, and I would change the position to the bottom like that. I would line it up to it's a coordinating circle, and then I would duplicate that and do that with each individual circle. Like so. Obviously changing the name to the right month. And there you have it, like so. So let me pull up another. I want to add another page. So I want to show you something specific when it comes regards to tidying things up. Because when you're making planner pages, you're going to be tidying things up a lot. And say you have a text. right? And then you have a line as well. Let me get a little closer. Oh, not that. Okay. So, right, so this, right? Now, say I wanted to tidy this up, right? I can't, right? That these don't tidy up together. But say I had these together. Like so, right? These three things. And then say I wanted to tidy all these up, right? So I click tidy up and look at what happens. What the heck, right? But if I group these together, right? And now I tidy up the group, I can tidy them up. So that's just something I wanted to show because you might be like, what the heck? And not have any idea on how to get it to do what you want it to do. Group your items together and then tidy them up. Okay, so that's the one last thing I wanted to go over. And now we can download. So I want to show you two different things when it comes to downloading. When you're downloading something like this, you're going to want to download as a PDF, which is simple. You can download your PDF, standard print PDF, all your pages. If you wanted an individual page, you can click here and uncheck and you can select individual pages. But you can download all three as a PDF and download, and it'll just download everything right as a PDF document with all three pages. But say you were designing something that you wanted to be an image. So you're going to download a PNG, right? You would download all three pages. Let me move this box out of the way. Moved over there. So you can download all three pages and it's going to come as a zip file. And then you're going to have to unzip. See? You're going to have to unzip. And all you have to do to unzip is right click and click extract all. And it'll unzip. You can also download as individual pages. If you just were to download as one single page, it would just give you that one page. It wouldn't zip and be multiple pages. So that's the end of my basic Canva walkthrough. I really appreciate you guys sticking through and walking through Canva with me. Please like and subscribe if you are looking for more tutorials, more ways that you could connect, grow, and learn. You can join my Facebook group, Connect, Learn, and Grow, teaching you triple wire funnels on building trust and getting more leads and sales from a cold audience using triple wire funnels. We are learning different things that we can do in our business to market our digital products. And we're also growing our business by getting leads and making sales using those digital products. So feel free to join my Facebook group. some free tutorials and webinars on funnels and things of that nature, especially tripwire funnels, which are great for digital products and getting leads and making more sales. Please like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I look forward to touching base with everyone. And again, thank you so much for joining me. Take care.